Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 119, The Situation. In this week's episode, we haven't written anything for this bit. JfG Ash gets up to 60 frames per second.
Finally!
JfG Alex learns a new word.
Yeah!
There's a speedy Fonzor Phoenix.
Straight through there.
And finally, the community is full of glorious pictures.
Hello and welcome to the JfG podcast. This is episode 119. My name is Alex and I'm joined as ever by my very good friend Ash. Hey buddy, how you doing there?
Hey buddy, yeah, as always, I am good on a Wednesday. Sparkling thoughts give me the hope to fucking go on, buddy.
You heard that Lord album yet, buddy? That new Lord album?
Unfortunately not.
Hey, it's a good album.
I don't know if you're being sarcastic.
Good, that Lord, yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Top 10.
Well,
top 5.
Regularly these days.
Top 5 Lord songs, go.
What does it all mean, though, Basil, with record sales as they are these days? So, what have you been up to, buddy? What have you been up to this week?
It's been a busy week. I mean, I'm going to start off with some sort of VR orgy that I visited. Obviously, you know, we're talking about the cheapest way to get into VR last week, how I managed to get there and achieve the goal that is cheap VR, buddy.
Aldi VR.
And, you know, it would be sacrilegious, in a way, if I didn't try and experience the pornography world of VR.
Now, a lot of I suppose, games broadcasters, as I'll hilariously call us,
that's what we are right now, yeah.
Would shy away from such a topic, but of course, not us.
Well, people need to know what's out there.
It's the burning issues.
And it's a bit weird, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I think we discussed it last week. The way I was going to go for the situation was not have headphones on and just turn the speaker up really loud. I mean, that was fine. That worked. Yep. I mean, I didn't get snuck up on like a ninja or whatever. I was fine. But you know what?
Which is lucky, of course, because you would have had your wang out, I'd imagine. And
well, to be honest, the time that I'm talking about, I didn't have my wang out at this point. You know, this was just like testing it out, seeing what's about, seeing, you know, what do I fancy.
Your wang, of course, which you call your wang the situation, which is what you meant there when you just said the situation.
I think from now on, I'm gonna call it the situation. Thanks, buddy, for that nickname.
I think we should all call it the situation.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Have you seen The Situation? Have you seen The Situation erupting?
Oh, good lord. Well,
oh dear.
These are some dark, dank corridors we're heading down very early in the show.
So the thing with VR videos is a lot of them are just 360 cams, which are like, it's a camera on a tripod and then you can put your headset on and spin round and look around, see what's about. And, you know, obviously some people thought it would be a good idea to pop that in the middle of a room and then just have a mass orgy. Like, loads of people just fucking everywhere. So I was there in my swivel chair, just spinning.
You're going to want that spinny chair.
I was just spinning round and round, seeing people getting boned left, right, and centre. I was like, but, you know, with normal, generic, standard 2D porn, you're like, right, sweet, I'm watching all of it right now. I'm not missing out. Whereas, like, in this 360 video thing, I'm thinking, what's happening to that bird behind me? So I'm continuously trying to think, I might be missing out on something awesome going over there. Yeah. Who knows?
That's the danger. Yeah.
But yeah, it was an experience. I experienced it with the situation at hand.
Yeah. You experienced the situation.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I'll probably go back. Why not? I've invested my time into it. You know, is what it is.
Couple of biatches, buddy, or 5 or 6 or 7.
I mean,
or more.
take your pick. You can look anywhere. You know, it's fine. Apart from directly down, apparently you can't. It's just black. Like,
It's got an image of you, like, in the red light district in Amsterdam, like, surrounded by, like, strippers, and you're just in, like, an office chair.
Spinning round and round.
Spinning. I don't want to miss anything.
I mean, that is the dream. One day.
Yeah.
One day I'll be there. Yeah. So, yeah, now that we've got that awkwardness out of the way, we can get back to... normal stuff, I guess, you know. So yeah, on Friday, work day Friday, I didn't go to work, buddy. I went to some national water sports park in Nottingham. And did
what sort of water sports are we talking about here?
Bit of motorboating.
Sorry, carry on.
No motorboating involved, unfortunately. And did some team bonding with the team. Yeah. Just quickly, I want to say something. Obviously, people know I work in a prison. It was brought up this week from Mel Gibson Soul, asking how many butts I have to check on a daily basis. Just to let everyone know, I'm not in a role where I actually check butts. I am safe from that.
So the answer is no butts.
It's no butts. There are no butts.
That's good, buddy, because the beginning of this podcast was getting a little bit butt and genital heavy.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah, best.
So back to the team bonding, buddy. No boating, no butt checking. But there was like this high walk. So if anyone knows of Go Ape, which is like tree climbing and rope swinging and stuff like that in the trees, it was like that, but it was just like a massive like jungle gym. Like it was just a big structure, and you just walked up there, and there were like different planks and stuff. I was like, okay, that's fine. And like it was like 2 stories high, so I have a house, and I just went up there and started brudging about, walking on these planks, going like la-di-da. I'm having a lovely time here, and I couldn't believe the amount of people that were chicking in like out of this. I was like, what is wrong? Like, I mean, I don't like heights. Like, you put me on top of a mountain, like, with no safety net, I'm going to freak out, buddy. I'm going to be like, I'm not getting near that edge. That is fucking dangerous.
Understandably so, buddy.
But, you know, on this thing, I've got a big old harness on that was, you know, tight around the groin. Not going to lie, it was chafage.
It was stifling the situation, but... What can you do?
It was okay.
So you felt pretty secure anyway.
Yeah, and then obviously like you've got a big rope and that's attached to like a bar above your head which like moves along with you, and like you can just dangle off it if you want. You are safe. You are not falling over. You can also hold on to that rope as like a balance thing. So I was just like, what? I was just like, wow. People were like, I don't know. I just thought that was weird. I mean, would you have an issue with going up there and walking about on like planks?
No, I mean, if I tend to be fully trusting in machinery and technology, you know, I'm happy to go on like big roller coasters and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't be a huge fan of standing on the edge of like a cliff face or the edge of a skyscraper without any sort of netting, because I just wouldn't trust my own stupid self not to kill my dumb ass. But at the same time, if I've got a harness on or whatever, I'm gravy, buddy. I'm all good.
Indeed, buddy. After the high walk, I'm going to call it, we did some e-combat, buddy, which is like laser quest in the trees, in the bushes.
Shit, man. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was good fun, actually. Like, the guns were, like, pretty weighty. Mine had, like, a laser dot sight. I was like, fucking sweet. I picked the good one. Everyone else's were like, oh, just standard sights. So I was just like, do. And, like, the guns were, like, making, like... They had, like, speakers in there, like... So, like, when you had to reload, like, you pressed the button, and it made, like, a reload sound. I was like, this is well good. But I managed to fucking flank around the back of the other team. I got, like... It was just, like, a deathmatch. Team deathmatch. Like, 3 on 4. I flanked round like the back of them, got into their base, and they didn't fucking know I was there. I ended up with like 25 kills. I was like, yeah, boost mode.
Beautiful.
Yeah, buddy.
Tasty business.
What else did we do? We did a bit of crazy golf, which was pretty... Crazy golf in England isn't that great. The States do crazy golf. They know how to do it. I mean, there's a few places I've been to over here where it's been good, but, it's on a different level over there, buddy.
It's true. I did that Alton Towers one a few months back, and that was decent. It was kind of modelled on the rides and stuff, but I always remember my first trip to the States over to California. We went to golf and stuff in sort of Ventura Beach kind of area.
Yeah.
And fuck me, man. Like, you're shooting it through, like, 10-foot castles, and like there's drawbridges and there's slides and all sorts.
That's
over here it's just
buddy.
A bit of fucking felt and a couple of
maybe a windmill that
shite.
Spins if you're lucky.
Yeah, maybe if you're lucky. But the first 5 holes are probably just different configurations of a straight line with bunkers and fucking rocks. I know what you mean.
So yeah, it wasn't great. But the final thing we did, buddy, was a bit of whitewater rafting. And that shit is crazy.
Now, were the people who were scared of being up in the trees on a harness also scared of cunting it down a river in a boat?
I don't know. But
they fucking should have been,
everyone
buddy.
just got him on board and were like, yeah, let's do it. Fucking whitewater rafting. I love this shit. I'm like, cool. So, yeah, there was like 6 of us in a boat, and then like the instructor on the back, like steering and telling us to like forward, back, get down, fucking... hold on to the situation kind of thing. And, so the first time we went down, it was just nice and easy. It's like, oh, yeah, this is good. And then the second time we went down, it was like, right, this is it. We're going to fucking do this. And Jesus Christ. So, like, there's, like, 3 or 4, like, main drops in this thing. He takes us down one, like, starts turning right into the bit where the water's, like, coming back on itself. Like, turns the boat around 180. So I'm at the front of the boat. I'm facing upstream. And like somehow it like starts sucking us under the water. And like at this point he's like, get in and hold on to the situation. So I'm like, sweet, I'm in. I'm there, I'm ready, getting my oar upright. That's not a euphemism. And hold it, because obviously if you hold it sideways, you get pulled back into the water. So you hold it up. And then as this boat's going under the water, it's just getting filled up with water. I'm like, fuck me. I'm going to die. Obviously, I've got like a life vest on, which is fine. And then like suddenly he starts like whipping it round to the right. And then it starts going up sideways. I'm like, I don't like this because it's like I'm the one on that edge on the left-hand side and he's turning right. So the boat's tipping up and it's going to hit, like just turn over me. So like he did that a couple of times, and then on the last one, it was just like it was just stupid. And yeah, I ended up out of that boat. It was not cool. The guy next to me ended up coming out of the boat as well. Luckily, he had an oar in his hand, and he shoved it in my face as he was going out. So I ended up with like a busted lip, and then fucking getting back up out of the water, and I'm like, "Where's the boat?" Scrambling, trying to get back in the boat. Like, I know I was with like a couple of like old people. I'm gonna say like 50, 60. I don't think they had the strength to pull me back in the boat. So I'm like, fuck, come on, I don't want to die. Spitting out all this blood and shit. Oh yeah, what a time. Loved it.
Sounds great fun, man.
Oh yeah, it really was. It was really like short and compact, like that whitewater rafting, but. Yeah, it was a fucking adrenaline rush, buddy. It was cool. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you can see why people do it then.
Yeah, totally. So yeah,
Nice.
Team bonding situation was good. It was funny. And I got out of work at like 3 PM. So I went home and had a little nap because I was fucked.
Beautiful. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, not much more. Oh, buddy. So I think it was like last week I was talking about how my son's got into watching Minecraft now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's cool. When you said you got him going on the PC rather than the console, you thought that might suit him better.
Yeah. So this weekend he was playing it and he was like, "Dad, can we make a video?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What kind of video?" Like, I watched like a Let's Play video. I'm like, sure, buddy, fuck it, why not? I've got everything set up. If you want to make a Minecraft Let's Play video, you can knock yourself out. And yeah, he was like, "Oh, I don't want to put it on the internet or show anyone. Oh, maybe I'll show my friends or something like that." You know, like he got to there, or like show mum and dad and things like that. And like, so yeah, I sat him down. I was like, right, this is the button to press record. I just used like OBS, like the same software we use to stream, because we stream this podcast. Just little plug there.
We're streaming it right now,
buddy.
It's happening. It's on YouTube. It's on Mixer.com. It's on Twitch.tv. As we speak.
Fuck me, we're there, faces and all. And so that has like a record function. So I got up one of our templates that we used to use when we did like the live streaming back a few months ago. So like he could see himself there on the screen, and he had Minecraft on there, and I was like, fuck it, yeah, go nuts. And then he started off, and he was just like, "Hello and welcome to Milo's Minecraft Let's Play stuff." I'm like, fucking welcome.
Wow.
He's all about it. Unfortunately, he's shit at Minecraft, but he'll get there.
Early doors.
Yeah, goodness, buddy. But yeah, it was just like such a weird thing. I never like thought of like getting him to do that or ask him if he wanted to do that kind of thing. He was just like, "Yeah, can we do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool." So like he used my Yeti microphone that I'm using. Well, he's like I said, he uses the exact same setup as we've got right now, buddy.
Fucking good setup for a nipper, buddy. That
yeah, not bad. It's not bad, is it? Yeah,
not bad at all. Oh well, that's really cool.
Yeah, man. It was funny, interesting. I've been watching a lot of Archer on Netflix because they've added like 3 new seasons, or not new, because I stopped watching after like season 5, I think it was, or season 4. So yeah, I've been catching up on that, and actually I've been watching a lot of Netflix over the past couple of weeks. Watched that Glow, the other one that came out, was it something about Sense season 2? I can't remember. But, but yeah, I don't know why, but it seems like Netflix has got a lot of good shows on it at the moment. So I'm just chucking myself at that.
Beautiful, buddy, beautiful.
Gibbons, and the last thing that I need to admit to is I actually fixed a typo this week in our podcast image for, I don't know, the last 8, maybe 10 episodes, where it says where this week's topic is video games. It's actually been saying were. Mr. H out, buddy.
It's easily done, buddy.
It's easily done. Because
it's also a word, you see, so that's the thing.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's what fucked me. So yeah, that has been updated from now on. It says where, and also our main podcast image has been updated. I checked it earlier today on iTunes, and that also says where. So we are fully spell checked, I guess.
Yeah, we're fully spell checked. We're looking tasty. And the topic this week, actually, I'll get it out of the way now. I know it's a little bit early for that, but this week we've gone for video games. So there we go.
Good shout, buddy. Apart from that, this week is Destiny 2 beta, which, fuck yeah, I'm going to play the shit out of that, and then probably be bored with it when it comes out. Can't wait.
And we will, I guess we'll be playing that this week and talking about it next week.
I think it comes out on the Tuesday for us. So
okay, so we get on for a night before
I think
recording next time round.
Yeah.
Okay,
so we probably won't have a massive thing to say about it, but yeah, we'll have something hopefully.
Nice.
So yeah, buddy. Once again, that's me waffling on way too much about fucking shit. What have you been doing?
I went to a mailer. Buddy?
What's a mailer?
Mailer? Mela?
If you spelt that wrong, is it just meal?
It's no, it's not. It's not a meal. Mailer?
What's a mailer?
So a mailer is a Sanskrit word meaning gathering or to meet. Or a fair. It is used in the Indian subcontinent for all sizes of gatherings and can be religious, commercial, cultural, or sports related.
Was yours sports related?
No. No, mine was fucking shit, mate.
Oh, that's the best kind of mela.
This was an attempt at some sort of international, like, kind of Middle Eastern music and food festival, but put on in like the most like conservative middle class fucking town in the United Kingdom. So naturally it was just an absolute shambles.
Awesome.
So yeah, it was just fucking shite, like banjo bands and people kind of, people dressed up in like turbans and stuff who were definitely white, like and nailed on white.
So therefore massively racist.
Basically.
Was one of those people you?
No, I didn't.
You're not flying the flag for racism.
Not on this occasion, buddy. And then there was just a load of food there, and some of it looked pretty decent, but it was mainly just like some of the restaurants from around town. I've kind of been to most of those, so yeah, it was rubbish. But yeah, Mela, buddy. There you go, new word. Sanskrit there. Learned some Sanskrit this week.
Sweet.
And then went from that to another place that was supposed to have like live music on, and there was fucking nothing there either. But yeah, friend of the podcast, Paul, and his missus came down at the weekend, buddy, and we had a good old fashioned time. Ponced about the place and so on.
Nice.
Went out for a nice meal, and yeah, it was cool. It was good, and gave us an excuse to clean the flat before they arrived as well.
Standard.
So, fucking 2 birds, buddy. 2 birds.
1 cup.
1 cup. Yeah. So that was it, really. That was basically all I've done. I just had the weekend with them. The missus has been on her travels for work. She came back from Derby yesterday with a brand new 360 controller, buddy.
What?
Brand new wireless
Out
360 troll. Yeah.
That's crazy.
She picked that shit up. She was like, you know, I mean, I took it as a personal slight against the way that I was playing on game night, to be honest.
Maybe, yeah.
She obviously thought my aiming was a bit ski-whiff.
Yeah.
But hey, what can you say? It was very nice of her. Even though, as I've already explained, all of that money comes out the same fucking place, buddy. So
it's true.
So I bought a 360 controller this week. But yeah, that's been pretty cool. And we'll talk about we obviously had our retro game night this week, so we'll talk about that in a bit, because I think it's going to happen again.
I believe so, seeing as we've both got a month of gold waiting.
We do.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, sort of one on, one off, perhaps. We'll see how we go.
Yeah, Gibbons, buddy.
So yeah, that's me, buddy. That's me this week.
Short and sweet, like it.
Short and sweet. And so I suppose on that note, we should probably head off into what we've been playing. So do you want to kick things off, buddy? I can see a certain Persona 5 you've gone back to this week, and I'm really pleased about that, because you seem to be properly getting into it.
Yeah.
And then you had a big old layoff when we bought a load of tat. So how have you found getting back in there, buddy?
I need to dip back in for a bit of an evening, not even a whole evening, a couple of hours I put into it this week. So, you know, it's going to take me a good 10 years to finish this game at this rate. But yeah, no, as soon as I booted it up, I was just like, yeah, this game's really cool. It looks amazing once again, and I was quite happy to get back into reading loads of dialogue. I was like, yeah, I love reading. It's awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm just progressing a bit more with the story. Did a couple more days in my life on that game. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it was just a thing. I was like, no, I need to play it, even if it's for 5 minutes or something. I need to be, yes, I'm still going strong. But buddy, the surprise game for this week for me, buddy, I have gone back to Rise of the Tomb Raider.
You've been on that shit basically every time I've turned my console on, man. So it sounds like you're like balls deep now, and you're working your way through.
Yeah, I'm just over
40%.
So yeah, smashing my way through it this week, and I don't really know why I started playing it. I think it's because it's one of the only games that really has been PS4 Pro enhanced in a way.
Yeah, it's got those different settings as well as the resolutions, hasn't it?
Exactly.
So you can actually make use of it on a 1080 telly. Yeah,
it has 3 options. One is 4K res at 30 frames, one is like high texture packs at 30 frames, and one is like just unlocked frame rate. And obviously, I wanted to test out the unlocked frame rate, because that's what we've been going on about the past couple of weeks of the podcast, being like, it's not about the graphics, so it's all about the fluidity of the game.
Yes.
And I loaded it up and started running around like a dickhead. And yeah, it felt great because it was running at 60 frames a second, buddy. And after playing that for like a couple of hours, I was like, oh, I wonder what the enriched visuals. So this is like for 1080p, which I was running it on, where it caps it at 30, but it gives it like better dynamic range and, you know, better textures, better shadows, better lighting and things like that. And yeah, when I was standing still, I was like, this looks fucking gorgeous. And then I started running and like, I was just like, oh God, like the movement of Lara was just jarring, you know, just running at, and like the base PS4 does run this game at 30. And like, I guess like if that's how, well, like when you load it up, you play it like that, you that's what you're used to. You don't notice the difference. But when you go from playing that game at 60 and then dropping it to 30, you're like, that looks fucking balls. It is not nice. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem, isn't it? And, you know, I think that was what really showed off how great a job Guerrilla did with Horizon.
Yeah,
in
totally.
that it never looked stunted because the animation was really sort of
very smooth.
It's just really smooth, yeah, really smooth and natural, and almost to a cartoony level. And when it's so smooth like that, the frame rate's not as crucial as to sort of things like flowing nicely. It's just better, and it just shows up Rise of the Tomb Raider in that respect, I think.
Definitely does. I was going to say something. There are obviously, because this isn't like a locked frame rate at 60, it is unlocked, so it will fluctuate. And when you like get into the big open areas where there may be like different like camps and things like that, like a lot of NPCs and things, it does suffer a bit, like dropping down into the 40s, and it can be a bit jarring when that does happen. But because of the majority of the time you're like doing missions in small closed areas, it's just a great game, great looking game. I wish more games would do that, you know, have the option of better visuals or better frame rate. I mean, I don't like, if they can do it, I don't see why other people can't.
And it almost sounds like that's easier than them working on it and optimizing it. Just being like, here's your fucking options. Go like buck wild. Help yourself.
Yeah. It's a nice, simple way of doing it. So yeah, this week, buddy, I hit 60 frames per second, not 59, which I was very happy about.
Glorious times.
I mean, we've already discussed the issues with this game, mainly the character Lara Croft and her stupid voice.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It is so grating. Like, I just have to skip everything because I'm a massive hoarder. I have to try and find everything. So, going around picking up all the different relics and whatever. And every time she picks one up, it's like, this is a star. It's really shiny.
I do wonder if this has annoyed you far more since you listened to me fucking ranting about it.
Yeah, I think it may have.
You may well have just accepted it before, but now you're just like, fucking stop saying what you see. Yeah. This is not catchphrase for fuck's sake.
Fuck off and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got like Ginger Lara Croft in there as well. She's doing something. I don't know. She's got beef with me, but I saved her dad or something. I don't know. I hunted down a witch who was actually a grandma. I mean, that was fun. It was a bit weird, actually. So, yeah, there was a bit where, like, the pollen from flowers was making me trip balls. And, yeah, it just felt like Uncharted when that goes off the rails. And I was just like, it's not really what I want, but all right, you know.
No, I don't. Yeah, you're with me on this. I think with the whole fantasy elements of that
on
sort
those
of
kind of things. It's
like, yeah, I don't know. It's like Indiana Jones, you know, where there's like that sort of shit. I've never really liked that sort of fantasy element in my action adventure. Yeah, exactly. If I'm honest.
It's not what it's there for.
No, it's not what you want.
I think the shotgun in this game is fucking way OP'd. It is ridiculous, that weapon.
The range on it is the stupid thing. Like,
seriously.
You can one-shot stuff from 30 feet away. It's just utterly ridiculous.
One thing that really annoys me in most games that do this, well, every game that does this game mechanic, and that is have like multiple things you can wear, like in Horizon, and certain things have certain perks. And I was just like, I don't want to. I want that perk, but I don't want to wear an outfit where I've got like a sheep skull on my head. I'm not down with that, but I want that perk. So like,
and they've got a perfectly good skill tree that you could use to get those perks. You just don't need fucking... in every cutscene, I'm just seeing Lara Croft in this fucking, I don't know, like, whatever leather outfit and with a skull on her head with horns. I'm just like... And everyone's just taking her seriously. It's like, yeah, sure, Lara. Fucking what is she wearing, guys? She's a fucking fruitcake. I don't know. It's, there's quite a lot of things that annoy me with this game, to be honest. But I'm fucking really enjoying it. It's a great game. Really just nice, easy. Haven't got to fucking think about anything. Just play through it. Yeah, it's like a shit action film, isn't it? It's just, It is what it is, and you can blast through. I mean, it certainly isn't memorable. I couldn't tell you half of the stuff that happens in that thing, and I only completed it, 3 months ago? Something like that. So, yeah. But yeah, I remember having a good time for the week or so that I played it. So yeah.
I feel like it's chucking fucking XP and bonus points at me continuously. I'm just like, all right, Jesus, I can't. I don't want any more perks. Just keep them.
I'm good.
Yeah, but then again, it comes. It's got like a currency in there, like the fucking coin stashes or whatever. And there's a thing you need to upgrade your weapons, like the enhanced tool or some bollocks it's called. And you need 175 coins for this. Like, I've gone around 40% in this game picking up everything. Like, all the coins that I've seen, I'm like, sweet, I've got them, they're in the bag. I've only got like 60 so far. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how much more, like, I want to upgrade my tools. I want to upgrade my weapons to max so I can just fuck shit up, buddy. I just think that's a bit annoying. It should throw more currency at me.
It does seem a little bit skewed, doesn't it?
Yeah, like on one side, it's like chucking something at me, like way too much on that side, and then on that side, it's like you're not enough. It's like, come on, balance.
And can you? Has it got microtransactions? I can't remember. Can you buy
I don't think so. I think there's like that card thing, but that's for the multiplayer or the co-op survival thing, which was really good fun actually when we played that.
Yeah, it was. It was weird, and a bit stupid, but it was good fun.
It was. So yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Fuck knows why I'm playing it, buddies, but I'm enjoying it. It's fun.
Well, fair enough.
So yeah, apart from that, buddy, we've played pretty much the same games. So what have you been playing?
Mostly stuff that I've been playing in the past, so I won't dwell, but the show 17 has taken up like 95% of my game time this week.
Wow.
I just can't stop playing it. It's so addictive. I just don't know. I think the thing that I like the most and also hate is the dynamic difficulty level.
Is it the baseball?
Because it's just punishing. Like, if you do well, it just keeps punishing you.
Okay.
And it's kind of weird in that respect, but at the same time, it's kind of satisfying. It's almost like a game within itself. I think I spoke about this very briefly, but yeah, on the show, in any game mode, but certainly on the road to the show, you can set the batting difficulty to dynamic, and it'll start you off at rookie difficulty, which is there's beginner, rookie, veteran, and all-star. But they all have like rookie plus, veteran plus, like, so there's kind of more different difficulties in the middle of the main ones.
In the previous game, wasn't it just a thing where as you played more of the game, that would just slowly increase? I vaguely remember that happening.
Yeah, and this is kind of what's going on here. It depends how well you do, but it's dynamic in that you start off at rookie, and if you start smashing things all over the park, then it slowly increases. If it gets to the top and goes from one difficulty to another, then it'll pop up difficulty increased, bring you up to the next one. And what that means is the better you do, the harder it gets.
Yeah.
To the point where you sort of plateau. And I suppose that's how you know what difficulty you should be playing the game on.
I guess so,
But I've just kind of left it on, and it's become almost a game within itself. I got up to all-star difficulty, and I'm just trying to stay up there now, but my hitting has gone to shit because I'm on all-star difficulty. So I'm just trying to stay above like 265, 270 on the old batting. And when I was playing on veteran difficulty, I was hitting like 320, 330, something like that. So I don't know, it's interesting to me, and probably baseball fans and probably nobody else.
So
but either way,
could you put that in the topic of game within a game?
I think it kind of is a game within a game, but maybe not to everyone. Maybe it's just to me. But yeah, it's just really cool. I moved from the AA team to the AAA feeder team. I'm playing for the Bees now, buddy, and hoping for a shot with the Angels at the end of the season. But yeah, it's just rinse repeat gameplay. You just play each game, you get maybe 4 or 5 at bats and 4 or 5 fielding opportunities to try and make double plays and catch shit and stuff.
So you're just doing the Be a Pro thing where it's just when it's your turn to hit, you haven't got to do anything with the team.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's the same with the Be a Pro with the NHL that I'm doing.
It is. Yeah. You just hit when you hit when you're at bat, and the better you do, the higher up the order you go.
Yeah.
And then the fielding opportunities I have on, you can turn them on and off. I think you can turn them on to high or low as well.
Yeah.
And it just like hits balls at you, and you do what you can with them.
And you try and catch those balls, buddy.
You got to catch those balls, buddy. Got to catch them all. And then it's peppered with story beats, dialogue trees with your coach and your agent, and little bits and bobs as well. So I've got him up to a 78 now, I think it is. And really, at this point, like I should be going up to the main team. I think I've been hitting kind of around 300 in AAA.
What kind of fastballs are you getting your way? 80s, 90s?
Well, it's a real old mixture, but yeah, it seems like, I think it comes down to consistency rather than power in the lower leagues. So you're still getting people cunting balls at you at 100 miles an hour. It's just they're also likely to take someone's head off in the crowd
I get that,
while they're doing it. But it's so rewarding for patience. Like if you play it when you're a bit pissed up or if you're not in the right mood,
it's not a good idea.
You start swinging at opening pitches that you shouldn't, and before you know it, you're in the hole. And before you know it, because of the speedy nature of the gameplay, 3 matches or a whole series have gone past with you hitting nothing.
Fuck all,
and the commentary team's talking about how you can't hit anything and you're on a terrible streak. It's really good commentary as well, quite detailed. It gives you your sort of home and away stats, and they comment on that, like he's been really struggling away from home and stuff. So it's just very immersive. I'm very, very impressed with it, and I would have thought that I would have stopped doing this by now and gone into a career mode where you can
take a team or a franchise.
Yeah, I mean, I've investigated the career mode, and for someone who's a bit of a layman like me, you've basically got a selection of tick boxes, and you can tell the game what you want your assistant coach to manage, and what you're going to manage. So if you want the game to do everything or everything except like draft picks and gameplay or whatever, you can tailor it exactly how you want it and play it from there. So that's where I'll end up next, I think. But I thought I'd get bored of playing as the one player by now, but it just hasn't happened. I've just totally hooked. It's the game I put on. I've hardly played any PES for the last 2 weeks. So
that's crazy talk for you, buddy.
Yeah. So there we go. Elsewhere, Crash Bandicoot Insane Collection, whatever. Fuck that fucking thing. Still stuck on High Road. So I've stopped playing the first game because it's just so frustrating. If you don't know Crash or haven't ever seen it, just search Crash Bandicoot High Road and watch on YouTube this fucking level, because it's the devil. It's the fucking devil, this thing. So yeah, I've been playing the second game, which is kind of it's a mixture, but there's lots of Arctic themed stuff in there, and it's pretty good actually. Quite enjoying that. And the missus was playing the third one, and that's got a few more vehicles and stuff in it, like jet skis and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which made me kind of pine for Crash Team Racing, which was a far better game than all three of these. But yeah, still chugging along with it. I don't know why I'm bothering, but I am.
I guess it's something
also,
just to load up and just play.
Yeah, it's just easy. Like, if you've got the dinner on and you've got 20 minutes waiting for something to simmer, then it's the perfect thing to chuck on and just try and do a couple of levels. But
apart from that fucking intro that goes on for 5 minutes.
That you can't skip.
Yeah, seriously.
Man.
He throws a shoe, buddy.
Fucking do one. Jesus. Yeah, also this week, That's You, which is the Sony answer to Jackbox, I suppose.
Yes.
And I found it incredibly annoying, just mind-bogglingly annoying.
Oh, really?
Specifically because the whole thing is narrated, and the narrator is fucking terrible. Like, it's like the cutesiest fucking, so, just really namby-pamby fucking, as if he's talking to you like you're 7. But
nice.
That's completely at odds with the game, which seems to be a sort of tapping into a college kind of vibe with relationships. So we played like a game where me and the missus played, and it was like, do you know your partner kind of thing?
Yeah.
So there's like questions, and then you had 2 options, and then you got points if they matched up. It's like All-Star Mr. and Mrs. or something like that. It's just wank. Like, just fuck off. And after you've played Jackbox, there's just no place for this at all. Okay. The only thing I will say about it is it's got some sort of mystical 20 frames per second graphics engine, which, because there's no gameplay, the frame rate doesn't matter, and it looks lovely. Like, it looks really yeah, nice. It's really nicely put together. The art style and the cutscenes are really nice. But
I'm gonna have to give it a go at some point, see what it's all about.
See what you think, because maybe you'll be able to tolerate this dude more than I did. But you could turn him off completely and just watch the on-screen instructions. But it felt like it was quite integral to the whole thing, and man, that guy's fucking annoying. I know he's just doing his job and reading a script, but shit. Ugh. So then the only other thing was Jackbox, obviously, with friend of the podcast Paul and his missus coming down. We did some more TKO on Jackbox 3.
Nice.
T-shirt battles, and that's fucking excellent. I won't say any more. Just saying hashtag, that's fucking excellent. So there we go.
Nice, buddy.
Very good. So yeah, things we both played. GTA 5, which we played on co-op game night with The Funk, and we had a decent time, but we're still kind of getting to grips with these packs and how they work, and having enough money to pay for shit is a bit of an issue, isn't it? But we did dip into public games, buddy. Tell me what you thought about playing in a public lobby on GTA Online for the first time in about 3 years.
Well, I actually did this by myself earlier in the week as well. I played some of the new adversarial. That's the word, whatever that means.
Yeah.
I played some of that, and I had a fucking great time. It was like a 6-on-6. Like, you parachute in, you have to collect the briefcase, and then take the briefcase to your extraction point. And ended up like with like 4 other guys, no microphones or anything, and yeah, we just fucking bossed it like a team. It was really good. The other experience I had was in the roaming world, and I was just, doing my bits and bobs, and then a thing came up saying like public event or whatever. Go here, kill the VIP. I'm like, all right then, fine. I'm gonna go and check it out, because like, this is a mode where you go down there and everyone is hunting for one guy. So you would think everyone wouldn't kill each other. Well, yeah, I would think killing each other wouldn't be the prime,
not top of the list, really. No. Yeah.
So I mosey on down there. I creep in like some kind of creeping kid, and I climb up a building, get a vantage point, just get sniped. I'm like, cool, okay, that's fine. That's one time. I'll allow that. Off I go again. I'm still looking for this dude, and then some other guy comes up and just fucking guns me down. I'm like, cool. That guy obviously just wants to kill me as well. 5 more times later, this goes on. I'm like, right, okay, this is really shit. I'm not enjoying it, and I had to resort to actually killing a guy because of my frustration. I didn't feel good after I killed him. I was like, actually, to be honest, it really did, because he was just standing there. He obviously just fucked off or something. I was just in my car and I just ran him over several times back and forth. It felt fucking great. And then I fucked off. But yeah, like I did not have a great time in that environment. How did you find that environment when we played it together the other night, buddy?
It was exactly what I expected it to be. It was a load of trolls. I just don't know why you'd do that to yourself. It's just miserable, to be honest.
It's crazy.
Just pointless. If you're just looking to drive about killing people, then that's a perfectly legitimate game mode.
Yeah.
Just driving about killing random people. You respawn, you do whatever, you drive them over in a car. It's funny, whatever. But it does prevent anyone from doing any of the things that they actually want to do if they don't want to participate in that. And as such, it ruins all of the weed farms, coke farms, all of these things with missions and stuff. It's a great idea to have it sort of fire off a warning so that you can be hunted down by fellow players. But from our experience, that didn't happen really when we were actually doing missions.
No,
it was just at random. Like, you bump into someone and they just murder you because everyone murders everyone, and that's the way the game is. But yeah, no, I mean, I just don't really find that fun in any way, shape or form, if I'm honest.
Unfortunately not, buddy, which is such a, it's a shame. I mean, there is always passive mode, buddy.
There is.
Obviously, if you go into passive mode, what's the fucking point? Why not just playing a server on your own?
And that was the other bit of trolling that we saw, was someone murdered all of us, went into passive mode, just drove his invisible car through us all the time, and then as we were leaving the scene, popped out of passive mode and tried to gun us all down again. It's just like, who can be fucked? Like, at my age, I just don't give a shit, mate. I can't be bothered. So,
fuck that guy.
Just honestly, waste of time. Just a waste. Just like video games as themselves, they are a hobby. Like music, like watching sport. Like, it's all a waste of time. None of it's vital, but it's all wonderful and fun and enriching. And at this point in my life, I'm not willing to suffer fools and tolerate shit like that. I just don't see the point. My time's too precious. My gaming time is too precious. So
Indeed, buddy.
And that's why I don't play shooters that often, because I so often have a shitty time on shooters and just feel like I'm mugging myself off and wasting my own time. So
that will happen.
So there we are.
Not so much anymore, though, I feel.
No. On to something far more wholesome, buddy. We had the wonderful benefit of the greatest hockey coach on earth, buddy, Mel Gibson's soul.
Yeah, we did.
As we took to NHL 17 on Monday night, and he popped in and introduced us to the, is it the EA Sports Hockey League?
Yeah, I think that's it. It's got like a short name, isn't it? The EAHL. I don't know. EASHL, and it's beer pro mode, it's pro clubs or whatever, and Sensei Mel got us to paint the fence, but he taught us the ways of the hockey, and I learnt a hell of a lot, and it was really fun, and we didn't really do very, very well, despite Mel's best efforts to keep us afloat, but mostly that seemed to be down to other players on our team who we weren't kind of talking to. Yeah.
Like douchebags.
We were going as like the front three, or the front two and a goalie, and our defenders just felt the need to either hog the ball or, rush up the pitch without
bombing
us.
bombing on with the puck and leaving everyone completely open. It's the same as FIFA. Like it's fucking human nature. Like it just seems like it's impossible to play public games with on anything and have a good time.
Well, it's like when you play games like Overwatch, buddy, and no one's a fucking healer.
Yeah. I mean, bless him, Mel. He was clearly fighting our corner. He was furious at some of these guys, and he was popping out of our party chat, going into voice chats, and being like, "Explain yourself."
Yeah.
Why? And they were mainly silent when he did that, buddy, which is suspicious. But yeah. What a cracking game that is, and it was really interesting to speak to Mel about it. He's been an avid fan for many years, and in the same way that we kind of know all there is to know about the FIFAs of the last 15 years or whatever, he's got that insight with hockey. And
it was quite interesting when he was talking about how last gen they had all these features, and then for the current gen they took them all away, and now they're slowly introducing them and calling them new features and things like that. I'm like, oh yeah, we've seen that with FIFA before.
EA.
Yeah, and I was just I never thought, that they do that in their other games, but obviously, clearly they do. I just found that quite funny.
Yeah, you don't really think about it when it's a game that you don't purchase regularly. You just presume Madden and NHL are sort of ticking along as normal. Yeah,
exactly, but they're obviously getting
the same across the fucking board.
Exactly, of course it is. Retail.
And that stems from having some meeting where they're like, we've got to focus on this, or we're putting these focus on graphics this year or whatever, and then all of them suffer because they're all kind of the same model, these sports games from EA. And
exactly.
Genuinely good games, all of them.
Yeah, good looking games.
Good looking games. They're all 8 and 9 out of 10 games because they just know how to make sports games. They've been doing it for years, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to gauge how good this one is versus previous iterations because we didn't have them. But
we have no comparison.
All I can say is I'm having loads of fun on NHL 17.
We finished on a high with a win / the other team fucking quitting because we
would have won that. We would have won that game.
We were all over it, mate.
They were shithouse.
Yeah, mate. We were there. We did
it. That was quite a goal, actually.
Oh, mate, it's beautiful.
We bombed on like the Mighty Ducks, and then I squared it to Mel, and he one-timed it into the corner. It was a fucking good goal.
Cracking goal, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking NHL 17, man. £8.
£8.
What a bargain.
Certainly is. Yeah, certainly is. So, yeah, it's all about that gameplay, buddy, and that's what we've been enjoying this week. And
gameplay.
Speaking of which...
Oh, hello.
I think it's probably time to talk about game night.
I think it is, and I feel bad calling it retro game night, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. I mean, it makes kind of sense because it's over a decade ago that some of these games came out, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
and
what was Vegas? Vegas was 08.
What was Halo 3? That was got to be
that was earlier. Little Racer Street was probably the newest one. That was 2011. Halo's 2007.
Yeah.
Gotham.
A decade ago, isn't it? Well, near enough. It was September release, must have been.
Gotham 07. So yeah, anyway, this is retro game night. We've been talking about doing it for some time. We were waiting until we all got together for karting a few weeks ago so that PJ could give Ash a console to play on because you traded yours in, didn't you, buddy? Which obviously makes sense. We don't normally go back, but on this time we did.
Gibbons.
Which is a commentary on the underwhelming disappointment of the current gen consoles, I would say, buddy. But there we go.
Maybe. Yeah, okay.
So we got ourselves all set up, and PJ couldn't make it on, which was fucking gash.
Was not happy with that, boy.
But we got the 1 month thing going on, so hopefully we'll get on next time round.
Yeah, free month of Xbox Live, didn't we?
We did, yeah. It was on the
nice
on the old
Microsoft.
dash when you signed up. Thanks for that.
Yes.
So on the agenda we had, and this was the order in which we played them, Project Gotham 4, Halo 3, Little Racer Street, and Vegas 2, buddy.
Yeah, mate.
So firstly...
there was another game, actually, wasn't there? Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah, we played Battlefield 1943. Man.
If I could spell it right, but yeah.
Shit the bed. Yeah, I'd forgotten that. It was, yeah.
Played that for a bit.
We certainly did. So, Gotham. Project Gotham Racing 4, buddy.
It's a lot different from what I remember. Mainly because we play a lot of simulation racing now. And this game can be driven kind of in a simulation way, but it is not a simulation. But that does not hold it back from being one of my greatest racing games of all time.
Yeah, and absolutely, like the sim element of this comes with the twitchiness of the vehicles and how easy it is to lose them.
Yes,
but the arcade element comes from the speed at which you accelerate and the braking zones.
Yes,
the braking zones. And as you say,
yeah.
Like we've played all these sims. I've been playing, like sports car games like Project Cars, the GT Sport beta.
Yeah.
And this, you can brake so late, like completely ridiculously.
You can brake on the corner.
Yeah. And we consider Drive Club really arcadey, but this, and you can brake quite late on Drive Club, but this is a whole next level.
This is
of late braking.
And then like half of the time I was like, I'm just gonna use the handbrake a little bit, just proper chuck that back end out.
Yeah, and you can do that.
Kudos stars, mate. A really, really good game. It still looks good. Fantastic blur effects to give that, sense of speed. Like, seriously, really impressive. Like, solid frame rate as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is a 10-year-old game.
Yeah,
and,
it's crazy.
And I think if you up-resed it into 1080 or 4K, I think it'd stand up real nice. Like, the textures are all very clean. It's not too busy. And actually, I think that some of the later 360 games where they'd run out of power and they were just texturing it to the hilt, I think they suffer more than some of the earlier games that are a little more simple, but it makes them look a little bit cleaner. So
it's got crowd ambience as well, buddy.
Yeah, which, fucking F1 could learn a thing or two from. So could Project Cars.
Yeah, exactly. I think when we first got Project Cars, I was like, it's just got no atmosphere at all.
No, and it doesn't really.
No. Whereas this, you got people everywhere and you got crowd noises. That's all you need. It's crowd a race day.
Cool music and radio stations and...
yeah.
Great tracks, a fantastic selection of cars, motorbikes as well.
Yeah, man.
Awesome game.
Great game, yeah.
So yeah, we kicked things off with that, and then we moved on to Little Racers Street, which we just wanted to fire up to see if it would still work. We needed to test whether that was P2P. Of course it was. We should have known that. Yeah. But fuck me, yes, it does work. Without any sort of configuration, aka fucking Blaze Rush, we're looking at you.
Yeah.
This thing worked straight out of the gate, and I still think this is the best top-down racer I've ever played. And that's a bold and outrageous thing to say, but I mean it. It's just perfect, this game.
It just... The main thing that is so good about this game is the fucking camera angle. It just nails it. Like, that angle is spot on. You can just see enough of the track to get round, but then every now and again there may be a corner that you're like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming, and that just gives that element of, right, I need to remember that for the next lap, because I think we're playing like 5-lap races or something like that.
Yeah.
And like you say, it has to be one of my favorite top-down races. Like the sense of speed, the drifting on it is really satisfying as well.
It is,
which is a big thing. It's just a cracking game, mate.
It is. I mean, it's a low budget indie title from a studio that's now making exclusively like mobile sort of free to play games. It came out on Steam as well, by the way. You can pick this up on Steam for like £4.
Yeah, it's £4.79 on Steam at the moment.
It's good.
I'd say it's worth it if you've got if you're a PC gamer with like some buddies as well that love playing games online, and you're thinking, shit, I'd like just a little cheeky kind of Micro Machines top-down racer, then fuck yeah, I cannot recommend this game enough.
Yeah, it's just that's what it is. It is the perfect pick up and play multiplayer game. In terms of content, there's not a great deal. In terms of cars, there's not a great deal. In terms of career, there's not a great deal. But the gameplay is king, and it's great. Just a great little game. And we've played a host of other top-down races since this one, and went back to this, and it's still the best one. So
apparently, it's got cross-platform multiplayer.
That might explain why I was able to join with some people and play it on a server the other day.
Wow. Well played.
And that was, I guess, PC players, because surely no one's playing it on 360.
No, because it came up as community game.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't even know what the game was called.
No, they didn't even bother coding that in.
No, mate. Brilliant. Oh, mate. Great game.
Good shit. Good shit. Little Racer Street there. Halo 3 was the next thing we played, except we got completely hooked on an old game mode that we used to play, which was called King of the Bill.
Yeah,
it's a map that we made a long time ago.
The Foundry? Was that what it's called?
That's right, the Foundry, which was kind of the first Forge map that kind of let you delete everything and do whatever you wanted. And what we made was a giant obstacle course, culminating in a way up to a platform in the middle, made out of sort of laid down fences, covered in mounted turrets, Gatling guns, shields, everything you could think of.
Yeah.
And the game was, you all spawned at the start, and you had to make it up onto that platform, and you weren't allowed to attack each other until someone got up there, at which point that was your enemy. And whoever was up there won, basically, and that was the whole game.
Man.
We spent hours putting that map together.
Yep, crazily.
I think it holds up, although I'm a little bit biased, buddy. But
we'll have to ask
it was good.
Funk.
Well, it was good, wasn't it? And I don't think Funk had played that, had he? So
I don't think so.
What did you make of it? Like returning to it after all this time?
Halo is fucking slow.
It really is.
So floaty and slow. It's crazy. I don't know. I never played 4 or 5. Unfortunately, maybe when I get that Xbox One X, which I will never get, I'll get the Master Chief Collection and play some of them. Who knows? But yeah, man, that game mode stands up fantastically. We need on console. There needs to be more of those multiplayer games. You know, like you find them on PC loads, like Troublous in Terrorist Town and things like that. And they're just lacking in the console. And I just wish there was more games that had different multiplayer modes and things like that.
Just different stuff, like other than your sort of standard. And maybe that's why you quite enjoyed Lawbreakers, and maybe that's why PUBG's kind of massive at this point, because these are things that are a bit different, and it's kind of benefiting from that. But certainly, like you saw the way Snap Map came out, and people tried their best to put together interesting modes, but it's just not powerful enough to really do that. And
it's like with like Trials as well. There's always been that like heavy like mod community there, and like some of the like actual maps that they make are just fucking like out of this world. Like I cannot understand how people make those tracks. But then you play like some of the stupid things on there, like pinball or something like that, and you're just like, I mean, fucking hats off to you for making like a pinball game in like Trials. Like, fuck me, no idea how you do that, but it's not good enough kind of thing. It's like, you know, it's just not quite there.
And we will revisit this topic later on, actually.
Ooh, hello. Okay.
So that's quite pertinent. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That's the way it is. Vegas? Did we play Vegas or Battlefield first?
We played Vegas, then Battlefield.
So Vegas 2, attack and defend on the villa, instantly had a full room of people. There were other servers that were also full.
Yeah.
And it was a mixed bag. It felt just like where we left off, in that we first went in there, we were really shite. After about half an hour, we started bossing it again. We started like defending well.
Yeah,
and
we got in the zone. We got our eye in.
we started retrieving the package again, and then we sort of ticked over maybe something to do with fatigue or drink, whatever it was, and towards the end there we got battered. We got our asses handed to us by people who were very, very good, sort of the sort of skill level we were, buddy, about 9 years ago.
Yeah, I'd say. Once again, it took me a while to get back into the swing of this game. I was playing it a bit differently, so like when I came up into like a one-on-one situation, I'd like do a bit of like kind of spray and pray and then like dash for cover. Also, it was kind of a mixture of like old versus new gunplay, whereas like nowadays, like it's like run round like a headless chicken shooting anything that moves.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, it was very like slow and steady, stealth, cover it every corner kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. It was kind of a match between the two. It seemed to work quite well though. I was like, maybe it was just like this odd thing that like people just weren't fucking used to, because they're like, this guy just looks like a fucking retard. What's he doing?
Like, this isn't how you play this game.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, man, you're dead.
It's fantastic though, wasn't it?
Man, it was really good.
I love that game. It still looks exactly the same. It always looked shit, so it hasn't really aged.
Yeah,
because
man.
you just
Still
remember
looks
it
as
looking
good
shit.
as fucking
So
Siege or whatever it is.
yeah, you load it up and you're like, oh yeah, I expected this. So
Yeah,
there's just
it's like,
no
this
expectation
looks fine.
graphically.
Yeah.
So we finished things off for the evening with a surprise dip into Battlefield 1943. And
yeah. I just loaded it up out of just like, oh, I wonder if this has still got any servers going, and it did.
yeah,
There
more
you
than
go.
did. It was full.
It was full. It was crazy. I was like, what's going on? I mean, that game is a little bit ropey, obviously, being only like 500-600 megs in size.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, you have like three classes, like rifle, scout, and something else, medic, whatever, bolt action rifle guy. And yeah, man, I was like, this plays beautiful, like no bother. It was a good game. Looked quite nice-ish. Wasn't as shiny, but you know,
Runs nice and smooth.
yeah.
No connection issues, of course. This is probably the worst launching game of all time. Certainly that I can
yes.
think of.
It's
The game
terrible.
was
Well,
not. It
this
wasn't
in
just
Drive Club. I mean,
Drive Club was bad.
I think Drive Club was worse than this.
But at least you could play Drive Club Career.
That's true. You
This
just
was an
couldn't
online
play
only
this.
game that you
I
couldn't
I
play.
think we've had that discussion before. Haven't
Yeah,
we?
yeah. It was a good 3 weeks after it came out before
Yeah,
you
until
could
you could actually
consistently
play it,
get
yeah.
into a game. But yeah, just awesome, like really fun. Probably, I would say exactly what was missing from Battlefield 3 and 4.
Yeah,
And the
totally.
reason that I didn't really enjoy those as much as the others. It's got that Bad Company sort of sparkle to it that Battlefield 1 kind of refound, I think. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Cracking retro game night. As you say, it sounds stupid to say retro, but all of these games are sort of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. So.
Exactly, it's crazy.
And we had a great time. I've got my new troll now. I'm gonna get on Forza 3 this week, back into Blacklist as well.
You are crazy.
Yeah, man. Gameplay. It's all about the gameplay. Fuck the graphics.
Yeah, man. As long as that frame rate's good, I'm happy.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, that's what we've been playing, buddy. Let's move on.
Gibbon speak.
And now it's time for the news.
The news. Fucking news. Alright.
Number one.
Number Wang.
There's a big new patch out for Horizon Zero Dawn, buddy. I don't know if you've seen this, but oh yeah, there's new game plus and ultra hard difficulty. So new game plus, obviously, start over again with your original character. Go around, do what you like, collect XP, and so on. I don't think you can go past the 50 level cap at this point. I think they might be saving that for the DLC, if they are going to increase it, which I'd imagine they will.
I'd say they're probably chucking another like 10, 15 on.
I think they would need to when that DLC comes out. Otherwise, people are going to be like, "What's this all about?"
What's the point? Where are my treats?
Exactly. Where's the sort of risk reward and
they'll probably chuck like some new abilities in there as well, I guess.
I think so. It looked lovely from the videos and stuff that I've seen of that.
Yeah, totally.
Might actually take the plunge on that DLC because I loved that game so much, and the longer time goes by, the more I'm willing to be like, okay, new content, I will go back to that.
I don't know. I feel like if I want to play more of that game, I just can go and do the side missions.
Or New Game Plus now.
Yeah. But I've never been one for that.
No, neither have I, but nice to have the option anyway. And the ultra hard difficulty, of course, which would make it probably feel like quite an exciting hunting game, I think, because it's
stealth the fuck out of it.
If it's ultra hard.
Some of those, I don't know how you can do like that ultra hard on some of them big fucking like robots. Like seriously, like there was points in that game where I was like literally down to like my last slither of health, and I was just like, shit.
Yeah,
like,
it was tough in places. It was.
I guess like you just have to like just get better at the game.
Well, it just involves a lot of.
Really.
Well, you just got to not get hit, haven't you? So you kind of got those normal tactics where you're sort of rolling and diving and so on. But you just need to get good enough that you can do that consistently without taking damage. But that's easier said than done, obviously. I don't know. I'd be inclined to give it a go because it sounds quite interesting.
Yeah,
but,
man, definitely.
Awesome game. Fucking brilliant game. There you go. If you haven't played that game yet, then play that game.
That game.
Number 2, PS Now, which is a service that nobody uses because it's overpriced and no one's got the internet connection for it. It now has PS4 games, 51 of them. Some of them are good games, some of them are bad games, but almost all of them are indie games or sort of B-grade games. And the odd AAA title on there is 3 and 4 years old. So,
is Knack on there?
I can't remember if Knack's on there. I saw F1 2015 on there and wondered why anyone would do that. I don't really understand why you would. I don't get it. I don't really get it. You can buy all of these games for like £3. I don't understand.
Yeah, buddy, but if you're a PC gamer, you can now play PS4 games on your PC.
That's true, and that's a big perk for PC gamers.
There you go.
But I'm not one of those.
No.
I'm presumably a candidate for subscribing to PS Now, and I just don't know why I'd give a flying fuck about them chucking 50 old PS4 games from 3 years ago on there, when I can pick all of those up on eBay for sub £4. I just don't. I don't really understand. This service is still £13 a month in the UK, which is just ludicrous. Like they're not just taking the piss there, like they're pointing and laughing at you. So if that was sort of £6 a month, I think genuinely people might be interested, because there's a wealth of PS3 games on PS Now.
Yeah, man.
And you know, not all of them are
now.
PS Now. Pow wow now. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but there's loads. So it would be worth picking up for 3 months and just playing through a load of old PS3 titles. And
yeah, man.
And they have improved that service a great deal in terms of latency. I played through that whole Nathan Drake collection before the Nathan Drake collection was a thing, didn't I? I played through the old Uncharted games, all on PS Now, on like a 50 meg connection, and it was fine. It ran fine. So, but yeah, just too expensive. I just think they're pissing in the wind. They just look like a bunch of pricks with the moves that Phil motherfucking Spencer and co are making, buddy.
They're all about it. Big dick players.
Speaking of,
nice.
It's Xbox time, buddy, and Xbox introducing Gift a Friend.
Lovely.
Always a nice thing. This is something that you've been able to do on Steam for a very long time, and literally it means what it says. You can purchase a game and gift it to someone on your friends list.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's just a nice thing.
Nice thing, isn't it? It's like, hey, I bought you this gift.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Quite why you wouldn't put that on your console straight off the bat, I've no idea. It's a thing on Steam. It makes sense. It works. It's another opportunity for you to make money. I don't know why these consoles both didn't have it at the start. Xbox have got their asses in gear, and there it is now. And hopefully PlayStation will follow. I just think it's nice. It's cool.
Yeah, man, definitely. Very cool.
Next, annoying fluffy fucker Crash Bandicoot, buddy, has made it 2 weeks at the top of the UK charts. What do you make of that?
Fuck my life.
There's two things that this could be, buddy. It either suggests that everyone has a really annoying girlfriend who thought she loved Crash Bandicoot, or people actually wanted that game to be made.
Mate, Dead Island Syndrome, Crash Bandicoot.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I know, right?
I don't know where the rules sit on remakes and remasters.
Who knows?
My gut instinct is to say that no, this is a nostalgia wave.
Filthy mouth.
Shut your dickhead mouth. Yeah, this is a nostalgia wave, and that's why. But I don't know. You could well be right, though. Yeah, GTA at number 2, though, buddy, in the old charts there.
Of course it is. Great game.
Next, there is a new patch for Half-Life.
Okay. What does it do?
Now, when you think of a new patch for an old game, you probably think it adds some weird feature, maybe like new texturing or something.
Yeah, new texturing, stuff like that.
Smooths it, like maybe some compatibility for new graphics cards.
So they can run better. Yeah.
What you don't think when a patch comes out for a 19-year-old video game is that'll probably be a few bug fixes.
Really?
But that's what this is. That's what this is.
Oh my god.
Bug fixes.
Okay.
So, yeah. I'm going to read you the patch notes because I think this is hilarious. But yeah, all I can say is they must be really fucking bored at Valve.
Yeah.
They must be really bored.
They must have absolutely fuck all to do with all that money and just be like, oh, yeah.
So, yeah, here's the patch notes, buddy.
Go on then.
Fixed crash when entering certain malformed strings into the game console. Fixed crash when loading a specially crafted malformed BSP file. Fixed malformed SAV files allowing arbitrary files to be written into the game folder. Fixed a crash when quickly changing weapons that are consumable. Fixed crash when setting custom decals.
Fuck it. Finally. They have fixed it.
Fucking, I tell
I've
you.
been waiting 19 years for this shit.
And every day of the last 19, I've been trying to put custom decals on my... And it just keeps crashing. Finally got through to them. Yeah, no, that's just brilliant. Like,
fucking hell.
19 years later, bug fixes. Someone's been campaigning for that on a message board since 1999. So there we go. Finally from me, buddy. This kind of ties into the conversation we were having last week with Funk when he was asking about whether there were any sort of investment opportunities in the games industry.
Yes.
He mentioned sort of antiques and hardware and software and so on. And then we talked about stock stuff as well. And I basically said there's no money in video games at all. Like, there's no point having consoles and games because... we've seen NESs going for like £500.
Yeah.
Like, that's not very much money considering the console's so old, so it doesn't seem like it's worth it. Whether this is a counter argument or not, I'm not quite sure. I think this just might be the exception that proves the rule. But this week, an ultra rare Mega Drive game sold on eBay for £3,380.
That's
and
quite
I
expensive.
thought I needed to mention that because of the conversation we had last week.
Yeah.
So over $3,000. This 3,380 it sold for. The game is called Lakers versus Celtics and the NBA Playoffs.
Sounds like a cracking game.
So certainly a cracking title there, buddy. It was never officially released. This was an EA game on the Mega Drive. It was never officially released, despite it being sort of ready to go. Things just kind of fell through with the licensing, and so it never came out, which is why it's so rare. The guy who bought it has decided to remain anonymous, but he did give a statement to Eurogamer, which I can read to you now. And he said, "My objective is to have the full set of PAL Mega Drive games without considering all different compilations and different covers for the same game. And I'm close to finishing it. There are around 550 games."
Man, that's
quite a commitment.
That is quite a commitment. I mean, I still feel like 550 is that much, that's doable.
I suppose it is, and I mean, it's just whether you consider this. I mean, he obviously does, but if this game never went to retail, then I wouldn't necessarily consider it a necessary part of the collection. But I suppose if you're obsessing over something like this, then that's not the way you think. So,
clearly the main thing there is ultra rare, and how rare this game is. That is why obviously it fetched such a pretty penny, buddy.
Yeah, it didn't go to retail, so
yeah.
There's a handful of copies, literally a handful, and that's why it was worth that. But yeah,
it's crazy stuff though, buddy.
Someone's very happy this week as they draw ever closer to completing their collection. So that's nice.
Indeed, buddy.
So yeah, that's me, buddy. That's all my news, and I think it's probably time to hand over to you for what's my favourite section, and I'm sure the listeners as well. This is Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favourite Thing of the Week.
Cheers, buddy. So, I'm going to go through a few things right now that fuck me, I've got loads. What's the date today? Oh, it's like the 10th. Oh, just got to do a bit of cleaning up because we've had these. Okay, yeah, here's one. Steam looks like it's getting a new UI refresh according to what Valve told developers. So we might get a new Steam.
Looks shit at the moment.
It always has been shit, buddy.
It's true.
Oh, so if you're a person that has a newish Samsung TV and you don't own a Steam Link, then don't worry about it, buddies, because you can now, it's in beta at the moment, get the Steam Link app on your Samsung TV.
No.
Yeah, buddy. So you can just stream your PC to your fucking Samsung TV. Off you go. It's aiming to run at 1080p at 60 frames per second, with support with Steam controller or a wired 360 controller. It's looking to introduce 4K streaming later on and more controller support as well. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think that's very cool.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Steam Link isn't a great expense, but you do have to kind of faff about with it and plug it in and so on, and that's kind of what we know at this point. Like, if you can have that integration into a device out of the box, then yeah, why not? I think that will sway lots of people, to be honest, because I think that lots of PC gamers are now having a rig where they want to be able to sort of play on the couch as well.
Indeed. Oh, right, okay, more stuff. The Battlefield, whatever it is, Battlefront, 2 multiplayer beta is coming in October. Who cares? Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 are heading to EA Access, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, and quick, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, seriously. Like, I mean, not even out a year, and then they're going over there. That fucking EA Access, or what is it, Origin Access as well?
Yeah.
You know, those things are fucking. They're doing. It just sounds so promising.
Maybe that's the model now. Is launch a game, chuck out that year of DLC, and then chuck it onto EA Access and clean up with the subscriptions and sell the DLC on in that as well, and so on.
Indeed. Battlefield 1, I've got a little theme here, Battlefront, Battlefield kind of thing going with it.
Oh, yeah.
Battlefield 1 Premium Trials is going to be a thing with, it will offer time-limited access to the expansion maps. So I don't know if it's going to be like you can play them over a weekend or whatever, but yeah, there you go. They're trying to sell you more shit, obviously, buddy.
Might be worth us all jumping on the same time if that's the case and trying out
definitely.
those maps on
Try
a game
them out.
night or something.
Might as well, it'd be good. The Tomorrow Children. Did you play that? I can't remember.
I played it very briefly. It was it wasn't. I mean, it was just featureless when I played it, to be honest, and looked to be very expensive in terms of what you needed to there's lots of microtransaction currency you needed to spend to actually achieve anything.
Well, that might be why within a year its online service is getting shut down.
Oh shit, it's all over for it then.
That shit is gone.
Man, okay, well, I thought they were very greedy with what they were asking for financially there, so I'm not that surprised or saddened, or obviously if it affects people's jobs than I am, but in terms of that project as a whole, it always felt a bit shitty, so I'm not that surprised by that.
Gibbons, buddy. So this is an odd way of me going around about saying things, but this is the title of the article. It is DayZ creator says Ark price increase is outrageous and born out of greed as the game is not ready. So this has come about as Ark, the game that we own, whatever it is, Survival Evolved, is doubling its price.
Okay.
Because it says it's coming out of early access and therefore is going to be... Oh, I think it's because it's coming out of early access, but I don't know. The full launch is due on August 8th on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. And it's going to be, twice the price. And,
I mean... that's kind of shitty, but they're not really fucking anyone over there, are they?
Well, no, because we've already bought it at half the price. But
yeah, and if you don't want it at the double the price, then you don't buy it.
I mean, it's true, but I just think like that guy. He said what he said about it being outrageous and born out of greed. I mean, they've made fucking so much money off that game at this price, kind of thing. I mean, do they really need to, charge twice as much? And for a game that is still essentially what it is now, I don't think there's going to be like any major, and they could prove me wrong if there is like a major thing when it comes out and I'm like, oh shit, this game actually runs really well now instead of looking like proper balls.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. It's going to be shite and double the price. I'd imagine they're trying to place it in the market as a AAA game. And perhaps kind of encourage people in that by that means. At the same time, I would say that the DayZ guy probably wants to fucking shut up and finish his game.
Well, yeah, but
seeing as it's been in early access for I think 3.5 years,
yeah, something like that, isn't it? So, I understand that, but it's still in early access, buddy. It's not full release.
Yeah,
so it's, you can't charge full price for it?
No.
I guess.
No. That's not how it's supposed to work, though, is it? If you launch in early access, you don't up the price when you go full.
I know.
You launched early. That's where you received your extra revenue, was by launching before the game was ready.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Ark have got fucking previous here. I do believe they were selling some sort of DLC pack while the game was still in early access as well. So
they were
shitty.
This was like another topic that I thought we could have a little thing about. There's a thing called Jump, and it's going to be a library of 60 games that you pay £10 a month for, like mainly indie games and stuff like that. I guess it's for like PC, Mac, and Linux. It says, as well as Rift and HTC Vive. Are you worried at all that things like this are going to start popping up, like monthly gaming subscriptions, and there's just going to end up being loads of them about and just generically all going to be wank?
I would only be concerned about that if the games included in those weren't available to purchase just normally.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Oh god, yeah, like the Netflix like original series and Amazon Prime exclusives.
Like, you can only play this game if you pay £6 a month.
Oh man, it's gonna happen as well, isn't it?
The only way it would happen is if the potential audience was big enough.
Yeah, that's true. Because
having
DVD
said that,
and stuff
you look at something like Tidal, for example, in the music industry.
Yeah,
like that's a complete fucking flop that it should never gather traction. But they do have exclusivity on several things just because the people who created Tidal, i.e., like money grabbing musicians, have a fuck ton of money. So it only really takes a massive company like I don't know, it's hard to think of one outside of the industry. I was immediately drawn to Activision for some reason.
I was thinking of Vivendi or
just
something.
saying some, like, say Virgin Media, for example, put a service together and decided that they were going to have a service that was a game subscription service to rival Netflix. It would be in their best interests to pay some established devs, and make a massive loss on a title just to make it exclusive on their service.
I guess, because we've already got console exclusives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's no difference to that being a fucking whatever company, really, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I'm worried, buddy.
It's a scary future for us all.
Danger. Okay, a couple more, and then I'm done. One for JJ, this, because I know he's a big fan. Warframe is adding an open world area later this year, buddy. So it's going to be even more MMO-like. Warframe, the game that is pretty much Destiny in third person. Well, I think even the shooting and stuff like that is even in third person in Warframe. This got brought up in our conversation. And I think in an email with JJ, he was just like, Warframe, it's Destiny, but better in a way. And I've read recently quite a few articles have been popping up about Warframe being if you can't wait for Destiny 2, play some Warframe or that kind of thing. So free to play MMO Warframe. We played it quite a bit on the PS4 when we first got ours. Really enjoyed it, and so open world area, buddies. Fill your boots.
They must have been doing something right to still be head bobbing above the water, because a lot of these sort of free to play games have kind of bombed and gone under during Warframe's lifetime. But it seems to still be going strong. They're talking about adding new features. It sounds like they're doing okay with the model that they've dug a little niche for themselves, maybe.
It's a good looking game, man.
It is.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's a very good looking game, and the action is intense. I'm just watching a video of it now. It's a very, very good looking game. Jesus Christ, that's well nice. Oh, I'm a little bit jealous.
Maybe we need to download it again.
Yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we have to get back into this.
Maybe.
It looks fucking sweet, man.
I think there was a bit of a shortage of content when we played it before. Or didn't we get to a stage where it was really hard and we couldn't get past it?
Yeah, I think that's what happened. But yeah, oh man, it's really good. So we'll play some Warframe, buddy. There we go.
Sounds good.
Plan. Last one this week, buddy. Oh, sad one. I'm going to end on a sad note, but it's a joyous occasion because it's a great game. Game of the Year 2017, Hitman. Oh, it's the final elusive target for Season 1, buddy. There will be no more elusive target. I'm gonna have to do this one. It's been a while since I've been in there.
I might have to jump on and do this one if it's the last one as well.
Yeah. And this is from the 14th, so that is from Friday. So obviously this goes out on Sunday. It's already running, and you've got 10 days to get it done.
Okay.
And then, so yeah, buddy. Hopefully that means that season 2 should be on its way.
I really hope so. I dread to think how long it's going to take them to get that next episode up, but I was thinking about going back this week, but to be honest, I think I'm gonna hold fire at this point. I played the balls off of Hitman, and
oh mate, I played so much.
I think I want to steer clear until the new content comes out, because I think when that new content comes out, if they do it episodic again, then I'll play that new one, and then I'll go back and play all the old ones again as well.
Nice.
I'll savour
Reminisce.
that. Yeah,
Like it.
Yeah,
Nice.
a little river band there, buddy. So,
Beautiful.
Gibbons.
Well, that's me done, buddy, for my news favourite things. A lot this week for me. There's lots of little things I was like, oh, that's a bit interesting. I'll pop that in the podcast.
I fucking enjoyed it, son.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because I fucking enjoyed it too.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, Gibbons, buddy.
And now it's time for Fonz or Phoenix.
So what have we got this week, buddy? In, out, up, down, left, right, wrong, true or false, yin or yang, gravity, anti-gravity, probably my favourite one.
Oh, very nice.
Fonz or Phoenix?
We got a big old Fonz this week, buddy.
Big old thumbs up.
Oh, it's a big old thumbs up. I'll be relatively brief, but what I will say is this week just gone was it's biannual, isn't it? Twice a year. Summer Games Done Quick. This is the Games Done Quick series, which basically raises money for charity twice a year.
Yes.
And it's a gaming marathon for speedruns, basically. It's all streamed online. I watched a few this week. There's been some really funny ones.
Yeah.
Certainly Portal 2, like the co-op completed in like 40 minutes was something to behold. But
mental, isn't it?
Really like crazy, especially when you see these guys like completely taking advantage of like really bad bugs and stuff to work their way through is nuts. But yeah, so Summer Games Done Quick, it raised $1.7 million this year. The money goes to Doctors Without Borders. And yeah, it's just a cool event. Lots of people who volunteer, lots of YouTubers and Twitch streamers who have big audiences, speed running games like non-stop in an effort to raise money for charity. There were over 130 games this time round over a multitude of platforms. Long may that continue, to be honest. It's just a cool idea.
It's a great thing. One, obviously, charity is good, and, games are as good as charity, buddy.
Gibbons, buddy, it's the ultimate twofer, and $1.7 million, so fair play to that lot. And you can go back and catch up on some of those streams on YouTube and Twitch. Perhaps donate some money if you fancy as well.
Nice.
And now it's time for Out This Week.
And that's out this week. Yeah, what's out, buddy? I can't wait to splooge my cash.
We're in the summer.
Over the goody games. Goodness.
We're in the summer drought, buddy. It's the summer drought. The summer drought continues. But there are 4 games out this week. One of them is called After Grinder. I don't know what you do after Grinder, buddy.
I was like, is this some kind of strange cleanup app or something?
It could well be. Yeah, I think that's probably the situation.
Nice. It's like visceral cleanup.
Yeah. So, After Grinder, it's actually an arcade runner, but it's like a very fast-paced arcade runner. And watching a bit of video of it kind of reminded me of the arcade runner platforming sections in Velocity 2X, which I think you'll find is one of my favourite games of all time.
Nice.
It just looks like a fun little arcade runner. and that's out on PC this week. We also have Yonder, the Cloudcatcher Chronicles, alliterative, and obviously that's important, but this is out on PS4 this week, and it looks a bit like Zelda. Like, it looks a lot like Zelda.
Okay.
Although I don't think there's any combat in this. So I think what they're going for here is like Minecraft, Stardew Valley. Like, you can farm and you can explore. Graphically gorgeous, by the way. Like, it looks really nice, kind of cutesy. It looks lovely. It's got a little bit of the sort of Dragon Quest Builders kind of vibe about it as well. And there's quests and there's animals and so on. And there's no fall damage because you've got a little umbrella.
I love umbrellas.
But it looks nice, and it could well be ripe for the sort of game you buy and play with your kids. I know that's obviously something that you've often got an interest in, so worth flagging up. But
because I have kids.
Because you have kids. And
makes sense.
They play games, so...
Yeah. We did purchase Lego Worlds this week, buddy.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't had a play, but my son's been playing it, and he's really enjoying it.
Nice. Cool, okay.
Yeah. So I'll probably talk about that at some point in the pod.
Yeah, nice. Lovely stuff.
Lego.
So also this week, Lone Echo is coming to PC. This is a VR game, and normally I don't pay much notice because it's all just a bunch of shooting galleries at this point. But this one has a mechanic in it that I think is quite interesting. So this is a space combat simulator where you are in a sort of astronaut suit, and as such, it's ripe for the whole cockpit thing because... You know, if you're spacewalking, then you'd be using your little sort of boosters to jettison yourself around. But more than that, a lot of the environments in this game have things that you can grapple and grab hold of. And again, that's perfect in VR. So you can actually pull yourself up and maneuver yourself around the environment with your arms, which is obviously perfect when you're in VR and you can't walk around everywhere. So... I don't know if it will be good. I just think that they might have found quite an elegant solution to the space shooter.
Nice.
It's quite nice to see a team kind of finding a sort of middle ground between the sort of space combat of actual spaceships and the shooty bang bang of Call of Duty. That's kind of where they're trying to place themselves, and... it may or may not work, but either way, that's out this time round on PC for Oculus and Vive. So
I'm sure I saw something about the guys that did the Order 1886 to do something with this. I can't remember what it was though.
Oh, okay,
like the dev team. Is it the same guys?
Ready at Dawn?
Maybe, I don't know. I remember seeing something like as I was perusing earlier today. Something popped up and was like. I saw the game Lone Echo.
Yeah, it is. It is Ready at Dawn. You're right.
Yeah,
well spotted. I saw the name Ready at Dawn earlier. It didn't even clock. But yeah, you're right.
I win.
Well played.
In your face, news.
And then finally from me, buddy, out this week we have Splatoon 2, which is coming to the Switch, and that is Splatoon 2 Splatooner. Yeah,
I watched John Wick 2 this week.
Fucking what a film!
John Wick 2. Let's get wiki.
I like that film.
Yeah, man, that's great. Great film. Sets it up beautifully for John Wick 3.
It does.
Wiki Wild West.
Always liked Keanu Reeves, even though...
I love the fact that Morpheus is in it as well.
Yeah, I know! And of course, fucking Lance Reddick, who is now in everything.
Obviously, yeah.
All games, all movies. There he is.
Yeah.
Fuck you, McNulty.
Yeah, and obviously Lovejoy's in there as well.
Yeah, Lovejoy. He's the big G. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Great film.
Great film.
And that was out this week.
Fucking overtaken by talk of John Wick 2.
Yeah, well, if Lovejoy's involved, then... And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with Funk. back with Kurt and with Funk. He's got some questions for Funk.
Has he got some questions?
He's got some bits and bobs for us, buddy, and he starts things with this. He says, Retro Game Night, all the proof you need that it's all about gameplay.
Gameplay. CA Sports is in the gameplay.
It's in the gameplay, buddy. Funk's got a point. It certainly felt like that. There was no fatigue or problem with us going back, playing games with shitter graphics at lower resolutions. We just had a fucking great time.
Big shout out to the Discord app on the phone.
Oh yeah, we did use
job.
that. We did use that all the way through the evening, and
I had one issue towards the end because my internet kind of cut out, which was, fine.
Not ideal.
Not ideal, yeah. But yeah, and so if you are on Discord, we have a server, the JfG podcast. I'm guessing that's what it is. I don't know.
I guess so.
And if you want to join it, fill your boots.
Yeah, get stuck in.
Yeah, so we were using Discord because I didn't have a 360 compatible headset anymore. And we just used our PS4 headsets, plugged them into our phones, and off we go.
Yeah, and the bit rate on that 360 chat's atrocious as well. Like,
I'm sure it is.
You forget, but yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
Real bad.
Funk says this. Finished the story on Far Cry Primal.
Nice.
Great game, buddy. Is really underrated. Looking forward to some potential co-op in the future if they don't fuck it up. That's, of course, Far Cry 5, which is full co-op all the way through, apparently.
Yeah, but only one person gets to save it, buddy.
Yeah, I was thinking more about that. I'm not sure I give a shit.
No, I don't. I think if I was like trophy hunting and shit, because I guess it's going to stop you getting trophies because you won't have any save files or anything. Then that I guess that would be the only thing that would piss me off. But yeah, if it was a game we were just playing completely through co-op, like I couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think
still stupid though.
That's the thing that really irked me last week when I was like ranting about it. It was not the fact that it won't save my progress. I don't really care about that. It was the fact that that's just so stupid. And I don't understand the decision.
Dumb.
Like,
I don't know.
Stupid. Anyway.
I mean, like, Wild Pants can save all of our progress and whatever, like, individually.
Yeah.
Why can't this game?
That's true.
Dumb.
Indeed. So there we go. Finally... Funk says this. I don't think I've run this by you yet, so we'll have to just have a little talk about it on the spot. Funk says, we were laughing on Co-op Game Night about how GTA 5 is just making other games and putting them into the game.
Yeah.
It's true, like...
Just the latest one is like shoot cars into a target, kind of like Flat Out.
Yeah, Flat Out had that. They had the
micro machines.
They just keep putting more and more other games into GTA 5. So Funk says, what would be the best and worst titles to shoehorn into GTA 5?
A 2D platformer.
You think that'd be bad?
I think that would be... I don't know. I think it would be quite funny, but I don't think it would be good.
Do you know what I think would be best?
Go on then.
GTA.
What do you mean? What, the original GTA? Like top down?
Top down. Chuck a big old filter on all the bullets so that you can see them.
Mod?
Like in, original GTA.
Yeah, man. That'd be funny as.
Like, the engine's there for it, and they proved that with the Micro Machines style one.
Yeah. True.
You could just, I mean, it involves some work, but you could have you could put the payphones down everywhere that you go up to, like, I just think that'd be like an awesome throwback. I think that'd be my favourite. In terms of worst, I think they've proved that they probably should mainly steer clear of tacked-on sports games. But I mainly say that because of how good they've done sports games in the past. I'm looking at you, Rockstar Table Tennis. So
yeah, man.
Like,
cracking game.
If you're gonna put like tennis in your game, like we know you can do it better than that. So
yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting one. Trying to think of like other like game genres that you could chuck in there.
Because they've got their first person in there, and then they've got their top-down racing. They've got their racing games in there. They've got they're just trying to do everything. They've got flight sims.
Yeah.
They've got most other games. It's all there.
I'm seriously struggling. Like some sort of like puzzle game, maybe. I don't know how that would work in a way, but yeah, no, that like turning it into like a 2D platformer, like so, like it's you can only go like left and right. It's the camera's locked in kind of thing. Making it into a Crash Bandicoot level. It's a top-down runner kind of thing. That would be fucking terrible.
That would be bad.
But funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that there's an alarming number of different types of games that you could put in there. I think you could easily do like a survival game where you just took all of the pedestrians and cars out, had it like a wasteland, chucked zombies in or whatever, and had resource collection. Like you could easily do it like that. The map's perfect for it. So survival horror games.
You could have like a destruction derby.
Yeah,
kind of thing
it already does stealth pretty well.
Yeah, that's true.
It already does RPG stuff, tactical stuff, sandbox stuff. Like it's all there already. So it's really tough.
Surprising they haven't made like a Rocket League mode in there, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, they've got the vehicles for it, haven't they? They've already got monster trucks and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they'll get there. There's still time.
Yeah, man, they're still developing that until, I don't know, maybe it will come to the point like where Elder Scrolls have, like, they're just doing their MMO now. Maybe it's just going to be GTA MMO.
Yeah.
Maybe there won't be a GTA 6. Maybe it's going to be just GTA Online. 1.5 or 2.0.
I don't like the sound of that very much, but...
Oh, just saying.
You could be right.
Could happen.
Well, thanks for that, Funk. Every week, we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk. And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we want to know. Street Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Street Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
Wanna know?
Get on the show.
Get on the show. We're heading straight into Community Watch this week, buddy.
Oh, I love
straight in without fail. Not even fucking about. Straight in.
Community Watch.
Community Watch.
We got Adjami, buddy. We got Adjami, friend of the podcast, Adjami, who this week posted a glorious image into the JfG podcast community on PlayStation 4, buddy. And I don't know if you saw this. Did you see this?
I did, and he clearly knows that we have a love for this game.
Oh my word. This week, Adjami platinumed Peggle 2. A fucking round of applause from all of the community because I've looked at that fucking trophy list before. And there's some hell there. There's some pain.
There's a lot of pegs.
There's certainly a lot of pegs. One of the trophies, probably the hardest one by the looks, is a trophy called All the Chivos. Basically requires you to complete 180 optional objectives, which is fucking nuts. I think there's a DLC pack that you can buy that allows you, like, gives you more of these optional objectives to take a run at to try and get up to the 180 mark. But man, that must have taken a very long time. Just nuts, and fair play. Fair play, what a platinum to have, buddy.
I mean, that's just so, one, insanely impressive, and two, just wow. It's just, that's so much Peggle.
That's a lot of Peggle.
To be honest, the majority of the time that I go on there, like, I see him on there and he's just like, Peggle 2. I'm like, fuck, he loves Peggle 2.
Yeah, and worth noting that Adjami posted another picture into the community this week, which was a screenshot of Doom, which is the least similar game to Peggle 2 I can think of. Like, there is no further away from Peggle you can get than Doom, I don't think.
It's true.
So that may well have been a factor in the decision of what they played next. I'm just saying. But either way, amazing achievement. Congratulations. And if you get platinums on Games Buddies, then do what Adjami did and chuck it into the community, and we'll chat about it on the show.
I'm never going to do that because I never platinum them.
Well, fair. I certainly have them for ages. I think I've got like 6 platinums, something like that, but not for a long time.
I got 6.
I got 5 on it.
Yeah, I got 5 on it. That's right.
Yeah.
Tune. Bring it back.
I posted some interesting pictures of horses this week, buddy.
Some beautiful horses. Stealth horse there in the shop, I see.
What was he doing? I was just sitting on a wall, mate, and there he was.
He was there.
I was
he was
like,
just there,
fucking...
Yeah.
There he is. I zoomed in with my phone. It took at least 15 attempts to get a picture that wasn't blurry there due to the lighting.
That will happen. That will happen. Yeah.
But I persevered for you, dear listeners. And so there you are. You didn't ask for pictures of horses, but that is what you're going to get.
That's what you're getting.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
And finally, buddy, this week, we have The Art of Mel Gibson's Soul.
I can't remember what we called it. I try it every week. I fail miserably.
Yeah. Tamgs.
Tamgs. No, I can't say that.
This week, Mel brings us a scrum-trelescent portrait of a cat in night vision goggles picking its nose or shushing us. It's hard to tell. I
like
think
the shush.
It could be the shush. I mean, it could be either.
Tactical vest as well.
First question, of course. Don't cats actually have excellent night vision already?
It's actually day vision goggles.
Oh, shit. Well,
as you can see in the picture, it's daytime, and he's got the goggles on.
It's night vision goggles, buddy. I believe
the day vision goggles.
I mean, they don't exist, so I'm going to assume it isn't those. But what I believe is the meaning of this piece is a cat sees you, but does he really see you?
Oh, nice. Meta, deep.
Does he really see you?
But what's the shushing about?
A combination of sterile plastic gloves, shushing.
He doesn't really see you, but he definitely hears you with them big ears.
The poignant,
he's like, shh,
melancholic rain.
Yeah.
I think this is a composition or possibly one of the greatest images ever to grace the community.
It's beautiful. There's so many meanings behind it.
Print that shit up and hang it on the wall.
Imagine if we did. I would love that.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Maybe every week I'll put a different picture on my wall right here on the live stream.
Yeah. That'd
nice.
be... Yeah, we need a green screen so we can get Mel's art behind us.
Yeah.
On the podcast live streams. Well, either way, he's come through for us once more, and thank you so much.
I don't know. I mean, there's so much creativity there from Mel Gibson.
Where does he find the time to be?
I don't know.
Such an artiste, and also teach fucking retards like ourselves how to play NHL.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. What can you say? Well, either way. Thanks so much, Mel. Thanks, Adjami. Thanks, Funk. Thanks, everyone who contributed this week. So I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 119 of the podcast. Been a cheeky stonker. I think we had lots and lots of games to talk about, and
loads of games, lots of news, lots of whitewater rafting experiences. We've been all about it. We've taken the situation in hand right now.
Oh, good lord!
You know, we've beat it to death.
I don't know about that. Gosh. Well.
It's been beaten into submission, buddy.
It certainly has. And when you're done with that, what are we going to play now?
I don't know yet, buddy. I can't remember. There's no new sales on at the moment. It's Shadow of Mordor for $10. Game of the Year edition. I'm not too fussed about that, to be honest.
Probably sports, I think. Maybe
NHL
baseball. Or baseball. I think one of the two.
I'm good with either.
Sweet as the proverbial. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to be up to for game night this week. I think PJ's not on again this week, so we should probably maybe head back to Wheeltown this week. But
okay, I can do that. I have that.
I've also got Last Light to be kicking back on with. I took a little break from the dank Metro systems this week, so probably be talking about that next week as well. And Magic, I've been playing some more Magic, buddy, but I'm saving it until I'm a more experienced wizard.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Fucking dork watch.
Nerd alert.
Indeed. Cool, well, all it remains for me to say is thanks so much for listening, buddies. You can find us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, and please visit our spectacular new website created by the boy Ash there, who really knows his shit, knows what he's doing. Cheers for that, buddy.
What do I do?
Website. Beautiful website.
Oh. Yeah, check that shit out. Let me know.
Yeah.
It works.
Let him know if it works. You can find us on Facebook. Facebook / the JfG Podcast. You can find us on Twitter as well, where we are at the JfG Podcast. You can find us on the PS4, on the community, and post pictures of ulces or platinums or whatever you fancy, really. A cat picking its nose. That's fine as well. We're all over the internet, Stitcher and Beam.pro / Mixer.com. YouTube. We're on Twitch.tv and all that shit. You know the score. You know the truth. And we are also on Google Plus, if that is how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We will catch you next time for episode... Holy shit, 120. Until then, I've been Alex, he has been Ash.
Goodbye.
You've been listening to the JfG Podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook / the JfG Podcast, or Twitter, where we are at the JfG Podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.